What happens when you mix cyberpunk, anime aesthetics, and arcade racing? The answer is
Screamer!
This name will surely bring back memories for some racing game fans, as Screamer 1 and 2 were the very titles that Italian developer Milestone used to make its name around 30 years ago. They are still around, and you can clearly see that a lot of passion and creativity have gone into this new title to celebrate this. In the arcade racing genre, there's currently a lot of potential to land a hit if the mix is right. Tokyo Extreme Racer, iRacing Arcade, the Crew Motorfest currently breaking player records with their latest updates, and Forza Horizon 6 is just around the corner. But Screamer is going its own unique, funky, and at times very old school way. We'll find out if that can be a winning formula in this spoiler-free review. And with that, welcome back to Overtake. I'm Michel, and each week we bring you nice videos and live streams about sim racing and racing games. You won't want to miss this, so don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, like your throttle pedal, and subscribe to our channel. Let's dive into the crazy, neon, colorful, yet dystopian world of Screamer. The launch date is March 26 of 2026, and it's coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. The base game costs 60 euros or US dollars on PC and 70 euros or US dollars on consoles. The Digital Deluxe Edition, available for an extra 10 euros or US dollars, includes 3 days of early access, so you can start playing as early as March 23, plus 5 customization packs, though these are purely cosmetic. There is even a physical release of the game, and Milestone is not holding back on that front. In addition to the Day 1 edition with a few extras and a steelbook in the form of the Echo edition, there is even a collector's edition featuring a special box, a scale model car, a comic book, a plush dog keychain, and other goodies. Whether 200 euros is a fair price for this will depend on the quality of the car probably, which at 30 centimeters in length is quite large, kinda comparable to a 1:18 scale die-cast model. I'm truly amazed by the effort Milestone is putting into establishing this reboot of Screamer. The art style, animation, world building, and overall presentation are far beyond what I would have expected from a game of this kind. They've even teamed up with the Japanese animation studio Polygon Pictures for the cutscenes. In addition, the game features extensive voice acting by multiple voice actors in several languages, including Troy Baker, the voice of Joel from The Last of Us. The fact that they are so generously relying on real artists in 2026 alone deserves recognition. Even the dog Fermi has a fluffy voiceover artist. What else can you ask for?
What?
To get started with Screamer, it is recommended to play the story mode, the tournament. On the medium difficulty setting balanced, you'll experience a 10 to 15 hour campaign divided into a series of bite-sized episodes. The tournament introduces you step by step to the gameplay mechanics, the characters and their cars, and the handling.
The other cars are not your fellow Screamers. They are not your opponents.
Then, what are they?
Targets.
Driving in Screamer has a twist, as Milestone has implemented a twin-stick control scheme. The left stick is for steering, and the right stick controls the drift angle. Usually you combine the two actions with your braking, depending on the corner radius. A gamepad is strongly recommended, but I found it works quite well with a keyboard too. Either way, it took a while to get used to it, and even after a few hours, I wouldn't say it's super intuitive or precise, since a semi-automatic shift system and several perks like boosts, shields, and strikes, controlled with LB and RB, are added to the mix. There is quite a bit of multitasking involved, along with some resource management. You can see the 2 bars at the top. On the left is the sync meter, and on the right is what's called entropy. You are loading sync by hitting the timing on the upshifts with LB, then using the blue sync via boosts and shields charges the entropy, the purple one, which we can use to trigger strikes and, once it's fully charged, overdrives. The latter is basically the Starman of Mario Kart. You go super fast and knock opponents out of the way. These gameplay mechanic layers are unlocked gradually throughout the story and are even cleverly woven into the narrative. This actually does a pretty good job of introducing you to the gameplay, and once you've mastered the entire arsenal, the races get pretty action-packed and strategical due to a good amount of decision-making.
I don't know what to do.
You can do better.
You again.
As for the story itself, you can expect a proper anime narrative filled with revenge, violence, and eccentric characters who swear a lot and bully others. It's sometimes edgy and over the top, definitely not for everyone. Every now and then there are high-quality cutscenes from Polygon Pictures that are really well done. Unfortunately, this is sometimes contrasted by long-winded and less exciting dialogues, which makes the pacing suffer a bit. I really liked that the characters communicate with each other in different languages or their own language. It adds to their distinctiveness and personality.
Wenn das echt ist, und das ist ein ziemlich großes Wenn.
Reconnais que c'est plutôt malin. Les serpents sont verts et...
At first glance, the game appears to be kid-friendly, but it's rated M17+ by the ESRB or USK 12 for a reason. It uses strong language. I haven't finished it yet, but I've generally really enjoyed the story so far. And that does not happen too often in a racing game, right? I've been playing it 50% for the story and 50% for the gameplay. It's in a good balance. It's easy to pick up and play for like an hour and then put it down again. And the AI is also well tuned. Having to restart because I missed an objective was rare. There's plenty of variety too. After all, there are 32 tracks across 4 environments, featuring different urban settings, forests and deserts, all with a distinct cyberpunk vibe and at times a touch of Star Wars charm. Many, if not all of the tracks, have more or less hidden shortcuts, by the way, so keep an eye out for that. You will certainly need them on the highest difficulty level. On top of that, there are 16 characters, each with their own unique and seriously wild cars. These are fantasy cars, but I think I recognized a GTR, NSX, Porsche, Nissan 240Z, and other real-world models under the surface. The cars, or rather, the characters, differ quite significantly from one another. Some are more geared toward drifting and have very sluggish steering, while others excel at top speed. Aisha's car is a literal rocket ship. Pretty clumsy but packed with power, and it sounds very deep and throaty fittingly. Another element, every character has a different perk or modifier. Hiroshi, for example, has a skill that lets you activate a mini boost right after each regular boost. Just like in classic arcade games, you basically have to unlock everything. Even the tracks, collectibles, car customizations and characters are also all unlocked gradually. By the way, you can earn these unlockables in all game modes, you don't necessarily have to play through the story as it seems. Speaking of game modes, Screamer offers a pleasingly wide variety there as well. There are various single-player challenge modes with leaderboards, a checkpoint survival, a score challenge, and an overdrive challenge where you get faster and faster, and it ends with touching the barrier. In multiplayer, there is the Screamer mixtape with a rotating game mode playlist, private lobbies, and a team race ranked mode, and even local split screen for 2 to 4 players on the same PC or console. On the technical side, the game ran smoothly for me. I did experience the occasional minor stutter here and there, but there were no major bugs or regular frame drops. Milestone has also managed to create a beautiful visual result using the Unreal Engine and somehow incorporated its weaknesses into the art style. Yes, it's a bit grainy and blurry at times, but it fits the concept perfectly and the thick outlines and effects give it a cel-shaded look. Particle effects, flames, and lights are exceptionally well done, and no corners were cut on the audio side either. And engine sounds, music, and the overall atmosphere blend together perfectly. On my system with an RTX 4080 Super, Ryzen 5900X and a resolution of 3440 by 1440, I consistently achieved 80 to 100 FPS on high settings, with DLSS set to quality. A cleanly optimized racing game built with Unreal Engine, it's somehow refreshing to be able to say that in 2026. Unfortunately, we haven't had time yet to get impressions of the console versions, but we'll add those to the article on overtake.gg as soon as we've tested them. To assign a specific number or score here, since the artistic component is so strong and reception can vary greatly from person to person, I'll go with a solid 4 out of 5. Because Screamer really surprised me in a positive way. Milestone has shown courage and, together with its partners, has put together an original, comprehensive and fun arcade experience that should appeal to both racing game fans and anime fans. If you count yourself among both groups, this is a 100% recommendation. I definitely want to play through the story, find out who the secret 16th character is, and then see how badly I'll do in multiplayer. But seriously, the fact that we're getting a complete, well-rounded racing game with a fully realized creative vision is, unfortunately, no longer a given, and I support that. Let us know about your experience and conclusion about Screamer in the comments down below. If you'd like to support our independent reviews, you can become a premium member on our website, overtake.gg. The link is down low in the description, where we bring you all the latest news from the racing game genre every day. With the annual plan, it's just €1 per month, but it's essential for us to cover our costs. So thank you very much if you join us. See you next time.